going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the All Pro JAFFOs, the highly elevated sports talk for the highly elevated sports fan. Holy shit, we're starting off with him. Cory Hammond's in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
You already know University.
And joining us again, the best DJ in the entire fucking world, DJ Matchsticks.
What it do, peeps?
Nobody tells DJ Request what to play.
I am your host, JP.
Hey, yo.
And Matchstick, or not Matchsticks, Country K, as usual, will be joining in a little bit. Well, again, we're starting off the show hot. Cory, you've been what we would call a college football guru, kind of this entire season.
Well, I think what's nice is you guys been giving me a couple weeks off here and there, so I can't. I'm not expected to always be right. I just have to limp in every once about every 2 or 3 weeks with 1 or 2 good picks. So hopefully I keep to that. But like I was talking to one of my assistant coaches for my Pop Warner team tonight, who's heavy into, we'll say, the FanDuel and DraftKings. The problem is, as soon as I put my own money where my mouth's been, everything is subject to change. So if anybody's been following me, what I've been doing for you following me is not involving myself in those. So I've been missing out on the opportunities. But if I was involved, let's say, I would probably be a lot more wrong. like the other podcast appearances that I do weekly.
I mean, I would say everybody is more wrong than they are right, but at least you're willing to admit it. And when you're right in a big way. So we'll just keep it at that. That's fine. So going into this week, there's a lot on the line in a lot of different places. When you look at the schedule of what's going on this weekend, what's the games that jump out at you, and what are the storylines that interest you the most?
Well, as we gear up for a lot more to come in some of the bigger conferences, not that any of these conferences that we usually mention on this spot are, those smaller ones. We'll mention the San Diego States here, and, I'll accidentally run into a Louisiana Lafayette Cajuns reference. But the Big Ten matchup that everybody's waiting for is obviously Ohio State, Michigan. That's going to take place in the future. The SEC is going to kind of figure itself out as we get later on into November and early December. But it seems like with that lull in the schedule for some of the other conferences, the Pac-12 decided, you know what, let's just schedule the conference semifinals this week. Because this week, both big-time games that I'm looking for between ranked opponents are de facto semifinal games for whoever's going to end up being the Pac-12 champion. Now, the Pac-12 still has their conference championship game, and that's going to lead into it. But with all these teams basically with the same record in conference and losing either out of the group of 4 teams that are at the top, or already having head-to-head wins and losses, it makes for this big merry-go-round depending on what happens between Utah and Oregon, and a huge rivalry game, as always, in LA between the Bruins and the Trojans. Now, I'll start with, what's happening with Utah and Oregon, because I think, to me, those feel like the more complete, hard-nosed football teams ready to compete. And we talked about it in a couple of weeks ago when the Pac-12 looks at their current roster of schools. The one game, like you kind of alluded to in a couple. The one game is the we'll see you guys later game. So we'll start with the we'll see you guys next year game in the Utah Oregon Ducks. And the Washington loss last week for Oregon kind of killed a lot of that momentum that I predicted after the Georgia loss early in the year. We knew what would happen when Oregon faced their head coach's old team from the SEC.
Mm.
At least we knew it was going to be a W for Georgia. We didn't know how bad it was going to be, but we also pretty much figured, and I said that Oregon will find a groove. By week 8 or 9, we'll be talking about Bo Nix as a Heisman candidate. And lo and behold, while my 7-year-old was at his 8-year-old birthday party jumping on trampolines, we were having that conversation about Bo Nix. And then last week happens, Washington takes him out. So this game is now pretty much a must win for Oregon if they want to be considered for an outside chance of the playoff, which I doubt is possible at this point. But more importantly, just the hardware that they can control at this point is the Pac-12 championship. And then they face a Utah team, which, again, has the head-to-head win against USC.
Yep.
But the loss already on their conference schedule means that if they lose to Oregon in this game, they're in a tough spot. So, again, the Utah loss isn't that bad because it's not to USC, UCLA, or Oregon.
Right.
And if they can run the table, then that loss out of that group doesn't really affect them that badly. There's Country K. Oh, that's fucking Kodak Black. Holy shit. That's a horror movie if I've ever seen one.
He said, "There's Country K." Oh shit, that's Kodak.
That's him, right? I'm not necessarily in the loop, but
he's hiding. He always hides behind the goddamn screen. He wants to keep his.
That's Kodak Black.
I know that he hides behind the screen, but I haven't seen. That is Kodak Black, right?
Yeah, no, that is Kodak.
Yeah. It shows where rappers have went since last 15 years.
Down
Look
and
at
down
that guy. Is that a grill or he just doesn't brush his teeth? Let me see.
Oh, that was great. The reaction. There he is. Oh shit, that's Kodak.
Well, I'm used to classic men. What the fuck is that now?
Now we got
is that Lamar Jackson?
Yeah.
That was his Halloween costume.
What is he supposed to be? A pimp or the guy?
Well, essentially, yes, but he's supposed to be Snoop Dogg in Baby Boy.
Oh, I was gonna say, is he the guy? Did he just take off the glasses and he's the guy from Belly in Nebraska, right? That guy. This guy. You know what I'm talking about. Some of the viewers are like, did that white guy just make a Belly reference? Jesus. Look at Lamar.
No, yeah, you are usually used to like the Stares at You Motherfucker leave with Samuel L. Jackson and.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with this silky haired Cat Williams-esque Lamar Jackson. That's probably the best one I've seen. At least it should be Cooper Rush because now Cooper Rush is on the bench, but still.
Oh, we got a lot to talk about with that later on, but but no, getting back into Oregon and Utah. No, I definitely see how with both of them it is a must win to even have some sort of outside chance of Now, if this was like the playoffs that I keep seeing it on social media wherever I look. They basically have the whole 16 teams. Oh, this is what it would be if
which helps, right? Because that's exactly what's going to happen this year. So
so it's kind of looking at it going, yeah, obviously if it was 16 teams, I don't think either one of these teams, all 4 of them really, would have a problem of making that 16 team tournament. But it's not that. So with Utah, like you said, they win, couple things go their way. There's a possibility.
Yeah, Oregon, but that if they beat Florida earlier in the season, they might get away with the conference loss. I think it is gonna as the weeks progress and we find out what's gonna happen. What I'm afraid of is that LSU is gonna. It seems like they seem to figure out what's going on. And if they can build on the momentum from the Alabama win and go on a tear, if they beat Georgia in the SEC championship game, that would mean Georgia is a 1-loss team ready to rock. Then you got LSU, 2-loss. They're the SEC champs, though. How do you deny them? And then you got Alabama sitting there, which would be basically safe with 2 losses, looking at all these other teams in the whoever loses the Ohio State-Michigan game, whoever, I'm assuming that we're not going to necessarily have anything to deal with in the Big 12. And then whatever one of these Pac-12 teams, I'm assuming that they're probably the champ is probably going to have 2 losses one way or another. So when that 4th team is looking at, a Big 10 loser to, whether it's Ohio State or Michigan State, do you put that team in over a 2-loss Alabama when you're already putting in Georgia and LSU? Now that's going to get super messy because
see, now you got me thinking of the possibility of Bama still being able. I'm sorry.
they're always got an outside chance in, because let's say this happens. Let's say Michigan or Ohio State, the team that wins that matchup has a slip up, which a lot of times they usually do. Now, if the Big Ten champ is undefeated, and they'll likely be either number 1 or number 2, depending on what happens to Georgia. But my messy situation is if Georgia is the best team, gets to the SEC championship undefeated, and lose to an SEC eventual champ, that's not a bad loss. So you can't really throw Georgia away, and you wouldn't throw them past Alabama. But when you look at Alabama and you look at, some of the types of games that they've been in and the types of losses that they've suffered, you look at Tennessee, who's going to be storming back, trying to get back in there and has some chances against some ranked opponents to look pretty impressive. It's going to get really messy towards the end. So that 4 number that they thought was giving us a bone after it was only 2, yeah, I wish it was 16, because then we'd have a representative playoff picture. Because Alabama losing 2 games, if this was the NFL, we would go into the college football playoff thinking that they were still a favorite.
I would rather. I mean, I think I kind of speak for a lot of people saying, like, other than Mad Six being the Alabama fan, I'm like NFL equivalent to the New England Patriots. I was so sick of them, and I was so happy when they fell off when Tom Brady left that I was like, finally, I don't have to see Bill Belichick's hooded ass in the goddamn Super Bowl again, taking another one. I'm thank God, thank God. And same thing with Alabama. Every damn year, you think they're done. They get that loss, and you're like, okay, cool, they're out. Ah, crap. They made the number 4, the number 3. Up, they won the national title. Up, they're there again. I'm just sick of seeing Alabama in the college football playoff right now.
And I agree.
He's just mad because it's not Texas there. That's all. He just hated because it's not Texas.
I swear to God, it could be anybody else. It could be anybody else. I swear. I promise you,
I'll ask you this:
but Texas, Texas would be a plus, obviously, but anybody else at this point would be awesome.
So you like to see Oklahoma there?
Fuck no.
So that's never. Not everybody there.
Never.
Well, not this year. You don't have to worry about that for sure.
Yeah.
You reference shit.
Yeah,
all of them.
Never.
I guess everyone on the 99-man roster, including the kids that don't travel.
I'm just no.
But let me ask you this: if it came down to it right now, and let's say TCU right now is the 4 team, and we'll talk about them in a little bit. Excuse me. If you put Alabama and TCU on a neutral field right now, who would be the favorite?
Fucking Alabama, and I don't even think
so. So at the end of the day, what has happened is when you look at Alabama and you look at these SEC teams, you can make all of the arguments in strength of schedule, who was in front of them, what's their record, what is their actual accomplishments. But then when you get to the eye test and you get down to scouting and putting a grade on what this team actually performs out to be, they're not as highly rated as they would have been in all the years past, where they either were in the SEC and national championship picture or won the whole thing. They're not that team. But if you grade them, I would grade them higher, at least right now, than teams like TCU. I would even say that they've proved more to me so far this season than a team like, for instance, Michigan, who's probably their best win is against Penn State, which Penn State's pretty good. but I wouldn't say Penn State's as good as Tennessee.
No, I would actually like to see Tennessee in there, to be honest. Even if it's number 4, whatever it is, I would actually like to see what happens.
Too. And like we talked about earlier in the season, if you squint hard enough with the orange and the white, you could pretend with the T for
Yeah,
Tennessee.
fuck it. I'll just throw out the horns anyway.
Yeah, things are happening. Things are happening. I'm squinting, orange is scoring, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
But and I think still, in my opinion, I think Hayden Hooker should be the front runner, at least at this moment, for the.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah, he been out there slinging. I watched Tennessee for the first time the other day, and it's like that fool's out there slinging it.
Yeah, no, that kid is something special. And like you said, I think front runner for the Heisman is definitely appropriate.
And there's a lot there, and we really.
Uh-oh, he keeps going in and out.
Hey, while we wait on Cory, shout out to
sabotaging you guys' podcast. I'm sorry. She sabotages the 3-on-1. She ratted me out. She ratted me out.
Yeah.
This most recent episode, I said that I left an hour to coach my son's game after our most recent child was born from the hospital. And then she ratted me out and yelled that it was only 15 minutes. And Matt Ryan thought that was hilarious. I thought that was not necessarily that great. But yeah, so she's ruined your guys' broadcast as well. But so she just shares the love. But yeah, so my wife is the SEC, and apparently I'm the Pac-12.
It's usually how households work.
Yeah. So, but in this Oregon Utah matchup that we're kind of like jumping around, both of these teams are in a must-win situation.
Mm-hmm.
Both of these teams have a lot of potential things going for them, but there's a team in this matchup that shows up to big games, and there's a team in this matchup that sinks away almost every single time. I don't want to put it on the feet of the quarterback. I don't want to put it on the feet of the coach. I don't even want to put it on the mascot, because we like duck mascots, guys.
Of course we do.
Always a plus.
Yes, we do.
Always a plus. But for me, what I saw in the Utah USC game, where if you really look at it, USC top to bottom has more NFL talent. They have the better, recruited players, and they have a coach that is considered an offensive genius. And Kyle Whittingham is not considered any of that, but his team came up, punched USC in the mouth, and went for 2 when they were down by 1. And Cameron Rising may not have the biggest arm, may not have the tangibles that you look for to draft a quarterback, but he's got big things where they matter in a quarterback in a college. And so when I look at that matchup, Utah versus Oregon, as nice as the Oregon jerseys are likely going to look, I feel like it's going to be the Utah game plan of tough, hard-nosed football, and a quarterback in Cameron Rising that hasn't been all show, all name, all 5-star recruit, go to SEC where your dad played and basically be handed the job. Cameron Rising's that guy that shows up with a lunch pail, goes to work, throws spirals, runs the ball, plays gritty football, and I think he's going to get the W in that matchup.
There we go. So Utah over Oregon, and my brother being an Oregon fan, I'm sure he would agree with you a little bit, considering what he's not a big fan of Bo Nix at this point in time.
Bo Nix makes a lot of plays. When the design of the play is perfect and he reads what he's supposed to see, he's always going to make that throw. He's always going to make that run. He's more athletic than almost every quarterback in Division I college football. That's not what matters. So
yeah,
I'll go with Cameron Rising.
So there we go. And then when we get to USC, UCLA, I mean, I've talked about it before. If you're Pac-12, you don't really. I mean, me looking at it, I think I would rather have UCLA win. But
well, if UCLA wins, that sets up better for the winner of the other matchup. If Utah wins, they have the head-to-head win against USC, so that doesn't really matter. And if you're Oregon and you win, then that sets up for a game that they have potentially down the road with USC, which means that that's a better looking win. So that's all where that all goes. But that's all if and this, but. So it's hard to really get into that. So let's just focus on just the game, just the teams, and just the outcome. UCLA has a good quarterback with a lot of potential. Dorian Thompson-Robinson has made a lot of those SportsCenter top 10 plays because, like we said very similarly about Bo Nix, but unfortunately, Bo Nix looks a lot more like me than, Samuel L. Jackson above me. So Bo Nix is not the same type of guy, and I don't want to turn it into that. But what Dorian Thompson-Robinson has shown that he can do are special things consistently, but not consistently enough, in my opinion, to be the type of quarterback that you're really looking for when it comes down to these big games. Because is he able to light it up on big plays in the passing game and the running game? Yes. But when he plays these better opponents, he's also making decision-making mistakes, which is what's costing his team, because his team is really hoping for him to make all of the plays. There's a lot of guys in that roster that do make plays, but it's really all contingent on what he does. If he succeeds, then they look like a good team. If he struggles at times, it's hard for them to figure out a way to win without him being the best player on both sides of the football for both teams. For USC, their quarterback is a lot different. He's the stereotypical prototype NFL future prospect. Caleb Williams showed, especially in that Utah game that I watched, that he has all of the tangible things you look for in a quarterback. And his coach is putting him in great positions to make very accurate throws to open guys and good concepts. And I think that based on Lincoln Riley's, win in the coaching matchup between these two teams, and if Caleb Williams is able to execute that game plan, we talk about Baker Mayfield all the time on this show.
No, we don't. We don't.
See, Country K, I knew this was going to get him.
May he rest in shit.
But when Baker Mayfield was executing plays that were called by Lincoln Riley, rest in shit or not, Baker Mayfield was balling. So
still lost to us. Cool with that.
On a Heisman run, yes. So take the victory lap. Also, press the button, because Baker Mayfield,
may he rest in shit,
is not as talented as just a pure thrower of the football, in my opinion, as Caleb Williams. But at the end of the day, like I said about Dorian Thompson-Robinson, he can throw the best-looking spiral of all time. He can throw 75 yards, and he can put it exactly where he wants. But if he's making the right decisions, he's a good quarterback. If he does not make the right decisions, then he is not. So I'm looking at USC as just a better team. They got the better coach. And in my opinion, they have the more precise quarterback when you're asking him to do quarterback things. And although Dorian Thompson-Robinson, I'm sure, is going to make it worth your watch with at least 3 or 4 plays that you're going to be very excited to watch, I don't know if that's going to end up in another victory for UCLA over their rival in the USC Trojans across town.
So then the dual game of the week, the Pac-12 semis, you got USC and UCLA and Oregon, Utah. Everyone, it's going to be a very, very interesting weekend, but it wouldn't be a Cory Hammond segment without picking, again, an upset of the week for everybody, whether you're betting or doing everything else. You might want to listen to this because he's been very accurate on a lot of his upsets. So, Cory, upset of the week, what is it going to be?
So I was looking at 2 games, and I don't want to pick on my guys really too much, but I did look at a game, and it kind of jumped out to me a little bit. The SEC is always tough competition, and when you look at the rankings next to those teams' names, they're not necessarily always going to reflect, in my opinion, how good the team is and just like where they are on their journey through that rough conference. So we much earlier talked about the LSU, I believe, and Ole Miss game that looked like Ole Miss was the top 10 team that should beat them, and then LSU. But now look at how the tables have turned. Ole Miss has still managed to stay in the top 10, and they're going on the road against Arkansas. So to me, that game looked nice, but I think the game on the schedule that really looks to me like the trap, like the place where a team actually gets that, that patented November college football fall, like, oh my God, all they had to do was just win this one game, when it's really they had to win the rest of the games of the season, which is a lot tougher of a task than people, give these 19 to 23-year-olds and, 26, I guess, if you're counting Hayden Hooker or however old he is. But these children, so the road game, the opponent that's good, been in tough games, but maybe you look beyond. We've talked a lot in the media about the season that TCU is having. And I like their quarterback in Max Duggan. I like what they have to do on offense. It's interesting to see them back in the top 10 after switching coaches, because we all were familiar with them being that fringe, type of Boise State type team. Then they made it into the Big 12, and then things started to happen. Gary Patterson is a legendary coach for them. And now, they're kind of getting back onto that road. They're looking to potentially be a team like Cincinnati, even though the Big 12 is a major conference. The problem is that TCU, to me, is in that tough spot where they just got a lot of praise. They just got a lot of press. And
a lot of added pressure.
My wife is now casting a shadow. They just got a lot of press. They're now basically penciled into the college football playoff. And as you guys know, as college football fans, what does that a lot of time mean for their success rate? It's probably going to go down. And although Baylor is 6-4, last year they were ranked number 5, because they're not really that type of slouch team. They're just in a little bit of a rebuilding year. And they got a freshman running back that's going to be running rampant potentially on that TCU defense if they're not ready to go. Because one thing that Gary Patterson did that is missing is shore up the defense. Gary Patterson's defense, whether it was in Conference USA or the Big 12, were always ranked in the top 25. They're more middle to the bottom half of FBS this year. And Baylor, although that they've lost 4 games, those 4 games that they've lost, except for last week, which they kind of got crushed. So this is one of those instances where they can kind of get back on the right track. A lot of those games that they lost, they're losing to pretty good opponents by not that much. So TCU just had a big win against Texas. And regardless of where Texas is ranked or how Texas season is going, that was a big win. Now they're on the road. They're hearing all the press clippings. They're number 4 in the country. If they just win out, then they have a shot at the national title the playoff picture. And all that positivity and all that confidence is going to lead to potentially overconfidence and maybe an upset again, like I've been unfortunately calling for these teams that I mentioned.
Some of these teams probably hate you right now.
Well, I don't know how much the Oregon fan likes me, because I don't know if I've said a positive thing at all this year. And when I have said positive things, it's precursored me saying that they're about to lose. Now, I did say that you should watch the Washington State Cougars against Oregon, which was a near upset, but they were able to pull it out, Oregon. I think Washington State did cover that game, but I guess that's neither here nor there, because nobody's really, looking at these college football games with students in them. Students, we shouldn't be gambling on these games.
Never,
so I'm sure
never.
nobody does.
But for the TCU Baylor, it does intrigue, like when you bring it up, because it makes sense, because Baylor, at least the last decade, I would say, from what I have seen, have always been a pretty explosive, high scoring, not really a whole lot of defense, but not really a lot of teams in the Big 12 do have great defenses. So they just relied on their ability to score. So,
and they're one of those dangerous teams, right? Texas Tech is a little bit dangerous. Texas, they're good, and we should take them seriously, but they're one of those also dangerous teams, because to be dangerous, you kind of have to have lower expectations headed into the game. I'm sorry, Jay, but at least we're talking about
preaching to the choir.
But that Baylor team, to me, 6-4, you can't sleep on them. You can't sleep on them. And the time a group of college kids starts to sleep is when they're getting all the positive press because of how great their season's been going. And that's always a dangerous recipe for, especially a team that gets that final, for the first time all season, someone finally put TCU in their hypothetical playoff. So once that hand starts patting that back, it's really tough to take that back.
You got to be able to still control yourselves and play within yourselves. Don't try to overplay what you guys can do just based off of the chirping of everyone else around you.
Well, what they used to say is you don't read your press clippings, which when it was in an actual physical press was literally easy because nobody read the newspaper, at least in my generation. Yeah, but when it's read your press clippings and it's on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok and whatever these kids are doing, they're not listening. They're reading the press clippings. They're patting themselves on the back. TCU is poised to potentially lose to Baylor.
Oh, shit. Well, for TCU's hopes and their sake, we hope the Cory Hammond curse doesn't befall upon them. But once again, every week, at least that we can, we have Cory comes and gives us great stuff about college football. Cory, once again, thank you for coming on this week.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, my friend. Anytime, you guys already know, and you find him A7FL quarterback for the Snow Tribe.
And you already fucking Snow.
Yep. And be sure to be on the lookout for him for the upcoming A7FL season. What else is coming up with the A7FL, Cory? A couple new teams got their jerseys out and stuff that I see in Cincy.
Yeah, they're real excited about some of the little reveals and stuff like that. None of that matters to me, but I will say that there's some roster moves from Florida to Vegas that have been pretty interesting, starting a little bit of rivalry between the two states. And the guys from Florida roasted their old state, but also said that Florida's better than Vegas, so that they're going to run shit over there, which has started Vegas to say, well, Florida, is all, not, organized, and, they're just out there playing backyard football. They're not going to be able to beat us because we're organized and have coaches. And then Florida has this one guy, his name is Mark Bagway. And word is that if the bag was bigger, that Mark Bagway would turn into Mark Winway. But, there's a lot to still be seen. And I'm still working on getting the Rawway Snow Tribe, the Jersey team that I'm on, out to face the Vegas Force in a rematch of a playoff game from last year. As my wife's taking my light away. Love you. Look at her. It's better. And I'm trying to get that trip out to Vegas paid by the A7FL, so you already know.
Hey, there you go. Cory Hammond, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you again next time, Cory.
See you guys.
Every day, every time that we are able to have Cory Hammond on, there's always a treat. It always gives us good stuff. Well, we got Matchsticks on the show.
Yeah.
We finally, you guys saw him come in. The 6'10" beast from the southeast, Mr. Country K.
Konnichiwa, people.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
Oh, we've got a lot. That was I'm not gonna lie, that was a hilarious reaction. Oh, Country K, what? What? Kodak Black. Oh, that was good. Oh shit. So, fuck, where to start? What do we got this week? Good jeez.
Motherfuckers need to stop killing each other. That's where we can start.
We can start with
All
that.
this killing need to stop.
Yep.
Shit is senseless. You got players dying. You got rappers dying. This shit is just dumb. And it's black people killing black people. That's what makes it even worse. I need to stop that shit. We eradicating our own race.
Yeah, that Virginia Tech thing I saw was, yeah, I didn't especially with Virginia Tech's history of what's happened at that school, just to see something else like this happen, and it just, like I said, man, it's just senseless. There's no need for it. It's, yeah, it just, like Mastic said, it's just senseless violence that shouldn't be happening. We need to be coming together instead of killing each other. Fuck, man, I don't really know what to say about that because when I saw that story, that shit actually kind of bugged me.
Yeah, that shit is just dumb. Just all this shit is dumb. Motherfuckers can kill Takeoff. That shit is dumb. This whole shit is just dumb. And make you just not even want to like be an artist or perform no more. You must just fuck it. It ain't safe no more.
That's
Shit
not
is dumb.
fucking wild, man. Fucking wild times. On a happier note, the Packers suck.
Yep.
We
Even
all
though they beat the Cowboys, they still suck. Like, fucking, I was rooting for the Titans. I was like, hell yeah. I think every Cowboy fan in America was rooting for the Titans last night. Fuck them, expose them for what they really are. They still garbage. Aaron Rodgers just got the Cowboys number, but they still sorry as fuck this year.
Yeah, no, they've been bad.
Yeah.
They've been very bad. Usually, Kay has been able to say, like, that's all Aaron Rodgers is a good stat season quarterback that just gets wins, but once he gets to the playoffs, he chokes. Well, he might not have an opportunity to make the playoffs this year.
Not at the rate they're going.
Right.
Now with all the other teams that got like better records, they ain't no way. You got the whole fucking AFC East and NFC East that's pretty much running the NFL right now.
They dug themselves into a fat hole.
Well, hold on. You got to also mention this part. Another thing that I also say is Aaron Rodgers doesn't develop players.
That's also
a leader on a team. So that statement is being more glaring right now than anything else that I've ever said.
You see, AB spoke on it.
and on top of that, the coach that's in Denver, everybody blaming Russell because of his contract, but the coach in Denver is also proving me right. He got that job because he was Aaron Rodgers' best friend. So I think his bullshit. Again, I'm skipping ahead a little bit.
No, that's fine.
We talk shit about Jeff Saturday being Jim Irsay's drinking buddy, but Aaron Rodgers' drinking buddy got a head coaching job too, and they ain't think nothing of it. And he's shitting the bed right now, and they trying to blame Russell. So it's all good.
Well, the thing about Russell is, I just heard this today. Apparently, Russell has tried to call audibles.
Oh yeah.
That he was calling when he was with the Seahawks. So when he's calling him with the Broncos, they're looking at him like, "The fuck is he talking about?"
He's so used to playing for the other team.
What the hell did he just say?
Hey, look, hold on. Don't give him shit because Tom did that his first year in Tampa. Like on some real shit. Tom did the exact same thing, and it came.
Are we comparing Russell Wilson to Tom Brady now?
No, I'm. It's more the fact of quarterback being at a place for a long time, going to a new system. That's it. Ain't got to be about a criteria and like goodness gracious. It's common thing between both of them. It's really not ability. Both went to new. Hey, what the fuck?
Damn! He's like, why do we went 0 to 100? I was like, no, we're not comparing talent. Damn. Oh shit. So Zeke is coming back. Do you give a shit, Matt Six?
Not really. I'm cool with Pollard.
I mean, honestly, you should be cool with Zeke coming back for the simple fact of Dak Prescott sucked. So yeah, I'll be cool with anybody that comes in.
Anybody. We got that new receiver. What is it? Anthony. What is it?
You don't even know. Look
Yeah,
at
I
that.
can't remember the name.
I ain't got enough.
Hey, I ain't really been watching the Cowboys. I told you, man, I'm rooting for the Jets this year. So
You have been rooting for the Jets.
the Jets is balling this year.
Yep.
So I jumped on the bandwagon. Well, I ain't gonna say the bandwagon. They sucked when I jumped on.
Yeah, that's
Now
also
look at
true.
'em. Started from the bottom. Now we here about to win the motherfucking Super Bowl.
Well, I
You
mean,
at this point are the conductor of the bandwagon. You
Hold on,
started the
whoa,
whole
whoa,
thing.
whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
Hold on, whoa. That's still Rick Eisen. That's still
That's
Rick
what,
Mastics, I wouldn't say bottom. You got on midway through the rebuild because Salah was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was midway there. Like, the rebuild started the moment they hired Salah. You know what I'm saying? You got on close to the bottom. It was like a bottom adjacent. You like at the curb.
Nah, it was before Salah though. Because we was talking about that like a while ago. I was talking about the Jets. I've been talking about the Jets for a while. Every time I get mad at the
Was it?
we go back to some
he formally denounced them this year.
this year, yeah.
But
I
you
was,
But he
you know,
has been
I've been toying with the Jets for a couple years now.
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah,
2
that
years?
has been
Yeah.
something that,
So the year before Salah got there.
Yeah, it was before Salah,
like,
yeah.
just before Salah
Just
got
yeah.
there.
Okay, so yeah, I mean the curb is fine. You ain't all the way at the bottom, but you almost a foot. You almost not quite a foot.
Hey, regardless, they balling this year. They
I don't
doing
even
better.
think-
They doing better than the Niners. They doing better than your team, the Bucks. So hey,
My team played in Germany. I don't care nothing about what you're talking about. My team played in Germany. We held it down for the USA.
that's crazy. He's won in every like foreign city that he's played in.
Yeah, 4
Yeah,
different
another
He's set
record that Tom
Yeah, the only
Brady has.
quarterback to ever do that. Yeah.
in 4 different countries, bro.
Yeah.
That shit tight. See, that's what I'm saying. What we gonna say about Joe Flacco? Only thing you really got is sauce.
Hasn't Wilson been playing, or did he get hurt again?
Zach
He's
Wilson,
been back.
but I mean, to be honest with you, Joe Flacco balled out when he was gone,
Mm-hmm.
and which is hard to say. That's why it was so hard for me to say it.
It kind of makes you reminisce about those early Ravens days, right?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at fucking all.
I'm not saying you were saying that. I'm just saying to the people who have been saying that, and I've been seeing it. Motherfuckers talking about Joe Flacco's back,
No,
back to his prime Raven years. Shut
now,
the
if
fuck
the Jets smart, when they go to the playoffs, they throw in Flacco. They be smart then. Flacco like Aaron Rodgers. He go crazy in the playoffs. Weird as shit.
up. Just don't let Flacco in the playoffs.
Man, Ice Cold Joe be going off, man. Ice Cold Joe go off in the playoffs. It be over. I don't know.
But
what.
I mean, when he was there, it was more like Brees Hall and Carter that were, and the defense, Sauce Gardner. Oh my god,
Yeah, that
that dude is stupid. That dude is ridiculous.
But Brees hurt.
Well, now, but then they just got James Robinson.
That's a fact. James Robinson ain't got his full legs, but he okay.
I think James Robinson is a very underrated running back.
I
I think Jacksonville should have kept him and had him and ETN just dual-headed dragging that shit.
I think they was too close to figure out who's gonna start each game. I feel like it would have been hard for that coach to figure out.
1A, 1B, fuck it. It is not that hard. 50-50 the touches. Who gives a shit? Either one of them can break.
You don't know which one of them got the ego. So you gotta see it like that. If they trade one of the good running backs and every team basically got 2-head monsters like the Cowboys used to have, like the Niners have, like the Bucks have, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
One of them gotta have an ego.
Hold on. No, wait.
Yeah, bro. Rashad White. Don't do it. Mad Six, you watched the game. Rashad White went off, didn't he? Don't lie, dog. Don't lie. You watched it.
We're calling Lenny and Rashad White.
Yeah.
A two-headed dragon.
Yeah. I'm not no. They're a monster. They're a monster.
What has Lenny done in the last 3 weeks?
Bro, my thing is everybody blames Lenny, but that offensive line atrocious. Can you agree with that?
That offensive line is atrocious. I'm just saying, like,
as a tight end, you got to stand beside them. You know, if that offensive line ain't doing shit, the run game is gone.
Oh, absolutely
Gone. So what you want Lenny to do?
Obvious.
What you want Lenny to do? As soon as he touched the ball, he got 2 D linemen in his face. What you want him to do? You want him to try to fucking run these boys over?
I wish y'all would have tried to actually get offensive linemen in like trade situations or something.
Me too. I wish we did too. Do you not understand? I'd take Bakhtiari and Donovan Smith down that guard and have him a big motherfucking guard like Ali motherfucking Marpet. Because Marpet was a fucking tackle at first. They moved him to guard.
Yep.
He became a motherfucking Pro Bowler and gonna make it to the Hall of Fame. Man, look, I would have took Bakhtiari from the damn Packers. But you know them motherfuckers were the one-on-one receivers.
That dude gets hurt too much.
Bro, he get hurt too much because he the best lineman on their damn roster. Shit, he probably the 3rd, 4th best player on their team. Nah, you got Aaron Jones or Aaron Dillon. You got to pick one. Whichever one of them, whichever running back you think better is up in that top 3. For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Like, nah, chill out, man. You can't do them like that. Them running backs is nasty.
Those dudes, yeah. That's a two-headed dragon.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, look, what I'm saying is Rashad White balled out because
one game.
Bro, look, Rashad White haven't had him many touches. He had to, if you really look at his stats from this year, he had many touches. That was the most touches he had.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like, it has to be more than just one game, and be a little bit more consistent.
What's about to happen, but
I mean, look, if it happens,
and people gonna think I'm overzealous.
Like 2 to 3 weeks, maybe even 4. Like, if it's consistent, I'll agree with you. One game does not make you a two-headed dragon. When you said the Niners, I was like, all right, CMC, okay, Mitchell. I mean, they haven't had the chance to be able to play with each other that much just yet. Individually by themselves, they've done great, but how can they do as a pair in the backfield?
No. I was talking about Debo and CMC. I was not talking.
Oh, you're talking about Debo. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Debo's a running back. Y'all ain't stopped beating him like a running back. Y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all lied to him, man.
We're not going to use it. By the way, line up in single back. What?
Didn't he do that earlier this year?
The first half.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like,
the first quarter of this year, I swear to God, dude, when Trey Lance was in there, he was still running the ball.
I know I wasn't tripping. I knew I'm like, they straight up just lied to Debo. Like, fuck
he was running the ball at least 3, 4, maybe 5 times a game.
Bro. Look,
without a doubt.
Everything I said about y'all Niners, I've been 100% right, bro. Because I look at y'all objectively as fuck.
You and I.
But as far as my Bucks, I'm just foreseeing and pretty much just looking at the tendency of Brian Leftwich calls. You know what I'm saying? Like, our first year when we had Tom, we had bumps and shit like that. But his progression and his fucking tendency is pretty much the same. Byron Leftwich, the way he calls plays. You know what I'm saying? Like we pretty much try to figure out like everybody's shit. Once he figures that part out, then he try to utilize the shit. Once that don't work, he try to overutilize his mass amount of weapons at a receiver. That shit don't work. Then he'll actually try to fucking utilize trick plays and do shit like that. Like that dumbass fucking shit they ran, that Wildcat they ran the second time when they should have just threw the bitch the first time. But whatever. Like before Lenny said hike, they had enough time to be like, hey, Lenny, look at Tom right now. Do not run the fucking ball. Just throw that bitch to Tom. We'll get the first. Just throw it to Tom.
I'm sorry, when Brady slipped,
Bro, I was dying.
you were dying. Holy shit, you should have seen me. I was fucking crying. I was like, yes, man. This is the second time they've tried to hit him on a pass like that. And it stick to quarterback. Stick to just quarterback.
Did you get a chance to see the whole game?
The whole game, fine. But I'm just saying that.
No, I'm saying, did you get to see the whole game?
Not the whole game, no.
You basically saw the highlights?
Yep.
Did you hear the crowd at all?
Were they laughing?
No, not crowd laughing. I mean, as far as like the crowd energy and shit like that. Did you feel that?
Oh, for the Germany game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you feel, Mad Six, watching that game?
I didn't see it. I was at work.
Damn, I thought you was watching the game the way you was talking.
Nah, I didn't even see the game.
Ah, shit. Yeah, that game. I'm telling you, that, like I told Josh, that probably was the best game I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Just the energy, the way those boys was cheering out there. The punters made that shit exciting. The game was exciting. Rich Eisen was like the best fucking goddamn commentator. They need to keep him doing games, bro. He need to do more games. For real. Rich Eisen was great.
No, I was listening to it going like, I can't believe this is Rich Eisen right now. This is fucking crazy. Oh, this thing is...
It was Rich Eisen, Michael Irvin, Kurt Warner, and it was somebody else. It was Kurt Warner there, too. I forgot who the fuck else it was.
They had Michael Irvin on commentary?
Yeah, Michael Irvin and Kurt Warner.
I didn't even notice that. I was just watching the game and listening to the crowd.
Bro, I'm telling you, Michael Irvin talked a little bit, but Rich Eisen kept bouncing at the fucking Kurt. Kurt was trying to be like Tony Romo a little bit, like trying to get a quarterback analysis, shit like that. But I'm gonna be honest, they should have flew Tony out that bitch. But Tony worked with CBS. But that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was an NFL Network game. So they could have worked that out.
I wonder what would have happened if they would have given Michael Irvin the mic a little bit more.
Michael Irvin would have had us dying.
How animated he would have got.
Bro, I would have been crying. He did talk. Michael Irvin said he told Cade Otton, he said he got to make more plays to get in the 88 club. He said, like, the game-winning play he just did against the Rams. He said you got to make more plays like that to get in the 88 club.
So he's talking about CeeDee Lamb?
No, Cade Otton.
Oh. Well, how is he going to be in the 88 club if he doesn't wear 88?
Cade Otton does wear 88.
I thought CeeDee wears 88.
Cade Otton's on the Bucks, bro.
Oh, I thought that was specific to Cowboys.
So the Cowboys 88 jersey is significant, more like a pass down ritual type shit like that. But as far as the 88 club, he said for receivers and tight ends. That's the different significance.
I thought everything outside of that was the 80 club. More people wanted to be like Jerry Rice than they ever wanted to be like Michael Irvin.
I feel like legendary players just kind of like piggyback on certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Notice how Jerry doesn't talk as much. Doesn't need to.
Well, Jerry do shit like the Popeyes commercial, you know.
and sip while celebrating.
I feel like after the Popeyes commercial, nobody wanted to hear Jerry talking about it. Like, Jerry, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and just sit you out for this one. We'll have you come when the Niners need you, you know what I'm saying? How you come right? Yeah, Joe the mic. But then we just gonna have you sit this one out though.
Yeah. That was not the greatest moment. I'll take him dancing with the stars over Popeyes commercial.
Hey, I'm not a Dolphins fan, but shout out to Jason Taylor. He won that son bitch.
That he did. Wasn't Michael Irvin on that too?
Yeah, but let's move on. Let's move on.
We don't talk about that.
You need to get the Bernie Mac. You need to get the Bernie Mac. Let's move on. Soundbite for sure. That need to be in your database for sure.
Yep.
Let's move on.
That'll be the next one. Let's move on. Oh shit. Let's see. What did I put in the NFL? We got the NFL picks. Yep. NFL picks.
What's that?
Hypothetically, because we know it's not gonna happen, but say hypothetically, the Cowboys and the Jets make the fucking Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
Where you going?
Jets.
Damn.
Really?
That?
Yep.
Like that?
Because I think the Jets will beat the Cowboys in the Super Bowl.
Flipping that. I'm clipping that.
I honestly
I'm
think
going up on the socials.
this year's Jets will beat this year's Cowboys in the Super Bowl.
Damn, Mike ain't gonna make no effect, huh?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, he'll make an effect, but it's not going to make a difference on the score of the game.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Now.
Can I ask you a quick question? Do you think this is the best Dallas Cowboys team
No.
of all time?
No.
Okay.
There's never been a Cowboys team.
This is why I ask.
Who the fuck is Prime?
I am hearing, because I listen to the ESPN, I listen to talking. I want to hear what everybody's saying, whether that's dumb or not. I'm hearing like people like Keyshawn Johnson, Max Kellerman, all these other dudes at ESPN saying, even Jimmy Johnson saying that this is the best roster that the Dallas Cowboys have ever had.
Bro, they do not have a prime on defense.
I say, to me, there's never been a Dallas team like the 90s Dallas Cowboys. Never.
So Jerry really doesn't like Jimmy, huh? He's planting these motherfuckers out there.
If they were so good, why we ain't won a Super Bowl in how many years? Since the 90s. Since the 90s Cowboys. There's never been a team as good as the 90s Cowboys. The Cowboys ran in the 90s.
I mean, y'all was back and forth. Like, y'all was kind of back and forth with the 90s. Like, y'all play with it. 95, y'all both was out of the game, though. So it was only 5 years. So let's not get too happy. The Niners last one was 94, y'all was 95. So let's not get too happy.
Fuck it. But like that's what I'm saying. Like I keep hearing that, and I really wanted to know, especially when you said that you were going to be on tonight. I was like, okay, I gotta ask him this because, to me, every time I heard it, I'm like, am I missing something? Is there something that I'm not seeing, or so that would suggest that exactly that look right there? What? Just yeah. Would you what? Just I couldn't believe it. I was like, there's no way that they can possibly believe that this team is better than any of those 90 with Prime. What? Okay, you have Micah Parsons on defense. Cool. Is that supposed to be like your Prime equivalent?
Jit so good. I don't know if they had a player as good as Micah. Like, as far as, because he ain't hit his stride yet. Prime has always been Prime. So let's get him out of that. Like, take Deion out of that. Outside of him, ain't nobody as good as Micah Parsons. Like, Jit is this good this early. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I feel like I ain't even a Cowboy fan. I just like Micah. Like, he damn
No,
good.
I do too.
Yeah.
I swear I said it to Match 6 on the show. When Micah Parsons went, I was like, that is that's gonna be ridiculous. Because that dude is just He's the ultimate utility defender. Can literally do it all. Rush the pass or stop the run, drop back into coverage. He can literally do it all. And he's only in his second year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the dude's scary. But even with that, I look at the offense and I go, well, what is there to suggest that this is any better than Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin?
It's
And
not.
that offensive line. Like, Dakota?
Yeah, the
No.
line back there, the 90s line, man, you couldn't touch that line.
You can't say Dakota
Fucking
is up there like that. No.
big ass Leon Lett and all the big old boys.
You know, I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, I guess you could say athletically and stuff like that, Dak on paper would be better than Troy Aikman, but Troy Aikman is way more clutch than Dakota is. And then Emmitt Smith, don't even talk to me about Zeke and Pollard anywhere near Emmitt Smith's atmosphere. They're not even close. So I don't understand. And this offensive line is not up to that caliber. So I don't understand the argument. I really don't. Again, I got to be missing something, and one of these motherfuckers are going to have to explain it to me because I haven't heard a good explanation yet.
There ain't one.
Like, on paper, is it a good team? Sure, but not like Hall of Fame level. Like, good. Like, what are we talking about here? Are we really just trying to blow smoke up Jerry's ass? I was like, is that really what we're doing? We just want to be in Jerry World's good graces? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
CD ain't even good like that. So what we doing?
Yeah, exactly. Like, nope.
You know?
And that's the number one. So just understand, it's a big cliff after CD. So come on, man.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't. But I mean, hey, whatever they do to get people to fucking click on their shit and, you know, make them talk, right? Because I had to actually ask from a, I guess, former Dallas Cowboys fan.
They still my homies, you know. They still my homies, but you know. But you know, I gotta.
We had to cut ties for a minute.
Yeah, you know. It's like that friend you have a falling out with, and you just gotta leave alone for a little while.
Yeah, just, you know what? Until you get your shit together.
Yep. I can't enable you. You got to get your shit together on your own.
Not play with him. Cannot win with him. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Oh man, but I mean, Kay, do you happen to have the schedule this weekend coming up in front of you? We don't have to talk about the Packers and Titans, do we? Like, I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. The Packers are dead.
Yeah.
We can move on.
I mean, I tried to tell y'all that a long time ago. I knew when what's the name left, I knew it was a wrap. I was like, it's over with. It's all the way over with.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of already pictured right there, but
yeah. So as far as the other games, you got the Bears-Falcons.
Bears-Falcons. Well, Fields has been playing really well. So Falcons have not been playing very well. I think Bears win. Mad Sticks?
Yeah, I think the Bears will definitely win that one. Phil's been out there. He's been running his ass off.
For better or worse. And Kay, I mean, I know you don't like Atlanta, considering it's a division rival, so I'm assuming you're going to be going for the Bears here?
No, I'm gonna take the smart pick and pick Atlanta. No,
Atlanta?
yeah, I'm picking
The
the smart
pick would be Atlanta here.
pick. Yeah,
Why is
give me,
that?
give me an understanding outside of Justin Fields running how they gonna win the game. The Bears defense got rid of their best
Justin Fields throwing.
They got rid of their best linebacker, so they're not going to stop that veer offense.
What does the linebacker have to do with Justin Fields throwing?
He was their best player on defense.
But he's not throwing.
Who's stopping after he throws? He only get a certain amount of throws. After he throws.
The way he's been running and throwing, fuck it. Just defense, man.
He scores, the other team gets a turn. You do understand how that works, right?
I get it. I see it. I'm with you on that.
They're just going to be running the ball. This is going to be a fast game.
What I'm saying is, you think Atlanta is capable of exploiting that?
Yeah, because they both are running teams. They all they do is run. So one team that actually has receivers is Atlanta. They got Drake London. Granted, they just got Claypool, but I don't think much of Claypool. So they got Drake London in Atlanta, and I think Mariota's a better thrower right now than Justin Fields. And he has better receivers. He also got Kyle Pitts.
Not the way he threw that last game when he was tumbling on the ground.
Hey, I feel you, but at the same time, wasn't he playing the Titans?
Yeah, but you still just don't roll around on the ground and just toss that shit. Did he lose connection?
I think so. He's trying to figure it out, but he'll come back on. But at the same time, hey, look, man, I just assess that to Mike Vrabel being a good coach, and Mariota got smacked up. He probably had a concussion. And motherfuckers didn't even think nothing of it because he ain't got no good team like that. They like, shit, he can take a hit. He be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like when Tua got hurt, like before Tua got Tyreek and Waddle, they used to be like, shit, he'd be all right, get up, run some dirt in that shit. That's how they used to treat him. That's exactly how they used to do it. When he first got to the league, bro, they used to do Tua the dirtiest way. They're like, man, just get up, run some dirt in that shit. Matter of fact, go sit on the bench. Ryan, come on, bring your ass, Ryan, and shit. You know what I'm saying? Every fucking time. That's how they did him. So I feel like Mariota got that same thing. Like since he ain't got no good team like that, they just be like, throw some dirt in that shit. Get your ass up. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I don't think much of Atlanta. We gonna sweep their ass, so I ain't really too much worried about them. Like, they ain't the Aints. I don't have anger towards them like the Aints.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they the dirty birds. I hated when Vic was there, but I love Vic, so I can deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So,
and then what do we got on the next one?
The next game is the snow game. Browns, Bills.
The Browns versus the Bills in Detroit.
Yup.
I mean,
I think Buffalo used to play in that cold ass weather. So even though they ain't playing at home, like I feel like this is their redemption game.
Yeah, but it's also the Cleveland Browns.
Both teams got an advantage of a dome. So, but I'm saying it's the Cleveland Browns, but they still got a two-headed monster. Detroit has a very nice field.
I was about to say, you were about to say it was going to, but they're in a dome too. So that, when you look at the Bills and you look at the Browns, Bills are okay. Is this the potential of what would be equivalent of a trap game?
No,
This is a trap game for the Bills.
No, this is not a trap game because the Bills just lost last week
To a decent, pretty good Vikings team.
Yeah, but they've been playing like shit for the past 4 weeks.
They've still been winning.
Eventually. Say what?
They've still been winning.
Yeah, but you knew they was going to lose eventually. They was going to play a team that had their shit together. And Kirk Thuggins had his shit together. So, I mean, granted, he going to throw a pick. That's a part of his nature. But at the same time, he going to throw that bitch to his best receiver.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as far as the Bills, it's not in Josh Allen's nature to fumble right in front of the fucking end zone You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not in his nature. So, I mean, honestly, I feel like, shit, them being in Detroit, it is going to help them. But I feel like Cleveland going to win based off of the running backs. And they like, all right, let's get this shit together. We got Touch It, Bring It coming back next week. So we got to play well for the rest of the year. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, in Detroit, Bills, Browns, Bills. Matt Sticks, who you got?
Bills. I got to root for the Bills.
You have to?
Yeah, 'cause I got Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen as my fantasy wise. I got to root for the Bills.
I mean, Josh Allen can throw for 300 yards and take an L. You know that,
Yeah,
right?
yep.
Yeah, he can get that
You
300.
can still do good in fantasy and still,
Oh, yeah, still lose, yeah. But he ain't going to lose, though. I don't think the Bills going to lose.
I'm pretty sure that's what's about to happen because if you can't deal with the dang on, granted, the Vikings defense has been playing well, but they ain't got the number one pick on that defensive line that's been playing well basically his whole career. Like Myles Garrett. So, yeah.
Well,
in the Browns.
Yeah, but see, you got Von Miller on the other side of that, too.
Yeah.
What?
I didn't think about that.
yep.
I'm kind of high, and I went there.
I'm high too, but I still do that.
My background is for me. Like, what the fuck?
I said I'm high too, but I still do that.
Hey, yo, I'm high and tired, and I gotta leave in a little while to get to work. I gotta go fucking work again.
Oh, you gotta work?
Yeah, security.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, this fucking sucks.
Are you gonna do like a pass set, or are you gonna actually tackle somebody?
I mean, if the team can't tackle them, that motherfucker scored. No, I'm bullshitting. No, I'm bullshitting. I'll probably fucking drop kick that motherfucker. Yeah, nice little start.
You wouldn't really have to. You're 6'10". You'd be the Big Show with a big boot. Just stick your leg up.
Nah, the drop kick will be more effective for the simple fact of motherfuckers ain't gonna think I'm that agile. So now that I don't kick them, now I ain't gotta kick nobody else. There's gonna be a lot of return customers.
We gotta see this guy.
This motherfucker drop kick somebody.
Man attraction. Hey, somebody go piss him off. We gotta watch this. All right, next game.
It's gonna be an understanding with the team. Like, look, I'm not trying to do that shit again.
We got to do better. Let's go. Form tackling. Let's go.
Form tackling. Go for the hip. Pop that hip
Help
out of
me.
place. Pop that hip. Smooth out of place.
Oh,
Dirty
shit.
tackling. That's what we going for. We targeting. Fuck this. This is 2009 Saints.
Oh, clotheslines from hell for everybody. Left and right, like Oprah gives away cars. All right, next game on the list.
Next game on the list is Eagles Colts.
She's in the other room. You can say what you want.
Say what?
I said she's in the other room. You can say what you want.
I was gonna say it anyway. The Colts gonna win.
No, I say that because the last episode.
I mean, I ain't got bad to say. The Colts suck. So
the last episode, Kay was like, "Is your wife in the room? Because if she is, then we'll just wait." She didn't want my wife going all like.
Nah, the Eagles finna lose again. You about to see the downfall of the Eagles.
You think so?
Yep.
I don't think the Colts
back-to-back losses.
Yep.
That's gonna make Jeff Saturday look real fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
That might shut a lot of people up. Hey, you know what? Hey, Kay, we talked about this on what the possibilities of this whole thing was, and what was it the day after? he came out in the press conference and even said it himself. Like, I've played in the league 14 years. I know what it takes. I've played with Hall of Famers. I've seen greatness. I know how to lead men. I know how to do all that. He's like, now at the end of the year, if I'm not good at this, deuces. Like, I'm out. You'll never see me on the field again. But until then, I think I got this. I was like, all right, that's Saturday. Kind of rooting for the guy now.
Yeah, and I think they finna beat the Eagles. Well, they finna shock the shit out the Eagles. Watch.
See, here's why I completely disagree. They just signed 2 interior linemen. I mean D linemen.
Ndamukong Suh
And Joseph. I don't think that's going down, bro. With D line, they just let him go. They just let him run, especially interior.
How has Sue gone this long without getting picked up?
Because he didn't know if he wanted to play or not.
Ah.
Yeah, that was more of if he wanted to come back. That's
So
what
Philadelphia just said, hey, we might have a Super Bowl contender here. We need some help on the interior defensive line.
They're 8-1.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why it's easy to convince somebody when you 8-1. It's hard to convince somebody when you fucking 4 and goddamn.
What if they lost out? You talk about epic fucking collapses.
Mm-hmm.
They finished 8-9.
Yes.
The Eagles have played nobody this year.
I agree.
They have played nobody. Wait till they start playing these teams, these real teams.
Can we see the
And did y'all
Eagles'
beat
remaining
them?
schedule? Can you pull up the Eagles' remaining schedule?
Yeah. I'm about to
Did
pull it
y'all
up
beat
now.
them?
No, we didn't beat them.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't play the Jets either.
I mean, I was just figuring it out because you answered to the Cowboys. I'm just saying.
Did y'all beat them? No. Oh, okay.
That's why I said they ain't played nobody.
And look, so after the Colts, they got the Packers, the Titans, the Giants, the Bears. They got the Cowboys again. They got the Aints and the Giants again.
Wait, this is the Eagles schedule?
Yep.
Okay, they have who again? One more time?
After the Colts, they got the Packers, the Titans, the Giants, the Bears, the Cowboys again, the Aints, and the Giants again.
What if they lose out? There's potential in there for them to lose out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're gonna beat the Aints for sure. So
what if that's the game? Just Andy Dalton decides to just show out.
yeah, all right.
It's new. That's a New Year game too.
Like week 16, he figures out how to fucking play football. All right.
I'm not saying it's logical. I'm just saying, what if it happens?
And you bet off catching a shooting star. And I mean with your bad mitt.
Ain't gonna happen.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so, but still though, from 8-0 to 9-8,
Bro, that's wow. You playing?
Would that not be a epic collapse?
Yeah, if that's what was to happen, but based off of their schedule, they for sure will win in 5 of them games.
Nah, I doubt it.
Well, think of this: the Packers suck. They're going to beat the Packers. Okay, so go through it one more time, just one by one, and we'll call win or loss like we did last episode.
They got the Colts.
So the Colts,
the Packers.
I think I'm going to go with Mastics here. So Colts, W.
Packers.
I think the Packers surprise them and win.
Yeah, all right.
Hey.
They got the Packers after the Colts. They're gonna beat the Packers. Packers sorry as shit. You gonna say the season over with? That's a part of their season being over with. Them taking that L. You get an 8-1 or 8.
What if they have the whole "if we're going down, we're taking people down with us" type of mentality?
Man, ain't nothing in Aaron Rodgers say that. He said, "I'm taking my football and I'm going home." That's what Aaron Rodgers' energy looked like. Taking my football and going home. The season is over with. I'm gonna go home. Shit, y'all put.
Just gonna go hang out with Pat McAfee on Tuesdays.
Man, look, I'm gonna go hang out with Pat McAfee every fucking day like motherfucking AJ. Like, I'm taking the third hour. Shit, AJ the second hour. I'm the third hour. Goddamn it, that's what's going on. I'm there every fucking day like AJ. But after that, the Titans.
I think the Titans can beat them.
Yeah, L.
The Giants.
The way the Giants have been playing,
they'll split with the Giants. They'll split one of those two.
Okay, so I ain't got to say the last week. And then the Bears.
If the Bears keep playing the way they've been playing, it could be a possibility to be a battle of the two quarterbacks that, get a lot of rushing yards and shit like that. Both Fields and Jalen Hurts.
Hey, is AJ Brown hurt for the year?
I don't know. I hope not.
I mean, if that's the case, then that's the game. But if AJ coming back, I don't see how that's happening.
I'll have to check it real quick. Hang on. Let me check. I have him on. It's not the team. AJ Brown's healthy.
And y'all saying they gonna potentially lose out? Come on, man.
A day ago, they had him as limited.
Look, their schedule is easy as fuck, granted. But losing out, them boys making the playoffs for sure.
You can still make the playoffs at 9-8, I think.
Yeah, all right.
Not the rate these teams going right now.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. But
the probability is low, but it is a possibility.
They got the Cowboys and Cowboys at home. So I think the Cowboys win that one. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Oh yeah, Cowboys coming for some redemption, and we got Dak back for that game unless he get hurt again.
Hold on, he said we.
I was gonna say we.
Hey, y'all know what I mean. I told you they're still the homies, but they not the homies.
Hey, he treated them so disrespectfully. I'll be honest with you. So disrespectful. I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. Hey, look. And then after that, he got the Aints. They got the Aints, which I know they're gonna win now. So.
And then after that, they got who? The Giants again?
Yeah.
The last game of the season, right?
I agree that they're gonna split with the Giants. So it doesn't.
Yeah,
really
but when?
I mean, it don't really matter, to be honest with you, because both of those teams are making the playoffs. Those are the two teams coming out of that division.
So now we got the Eagles and Colts with Jeff Saturday riding high. The team is playing for them. Are they in Indianapolis or are they in Philly?
They in Indy. They playing a dome, but you got to remember, the Colts only got one rusher.
No, I understand. I'm trying to weigh all of the aspects into this, with the whole storyline with Jeff Saturday and with the team playing for all that other.
That shit is all good and well, but I'm still looking at team strength. Team strength. Shat Leonard been in and out of the lineup all year. And
I do not think he's playing this week.
See what I'm saying? The dang on Eagles still got Darius Slay. So I don't think Michael Pittman Jr. is going to be playing well this week. And I personally don't see how the Cowboys even got dang on get more than.
What if Jonathan Taylor goes off?
If he goes off, that'll be the only way they win.
So that's not out of the realm of maybe that's the reason why they boosted their defensive line with Ndamukong Suh and everything, because
Well, they only played him once, so I mean they needed that because Jordan Davis is hurt. So
that's also true. I don't know, man. There's that possibility there, and Bad Sticks kind of made me start thinking about it. I don't know. I think the Colts have a chance here.
Pull the shit off. Yep.
They have a chance here in Indy.
all right,
All right. Okay. Next one on the list.
y'all gonna wake up Sunday morning and be mad as hell.
Probably
Just tell you that
for
right
a different reason, though.
now. Well, yeah, because the Niners gonna be for sure losing whoever they play.
I don't know about that one, but what's the next game on the list?
You got the Jets playing the Patriots, so we kind of know where that's gonna go.
Jets for sure. For sure. Sauce is gonna have 2 picks. Watch.
Against Zappy,
Yep. Against Mac and Cheese.
Mac back.
Yeah. No? Or is it still Zappy?
I thought it was Zaps.
Thought Mac and Cheese was back.
I thought it was Zaps. Hold on, let me see. We're saying that about him being hurt.
That's what I'm saying. I think Mac and Cheese is back. So Sauce is gonna pick him off twice. He might even go for 6 on one of them. 2 picks, one of them for 6 for Sauce Gardner this week. So we're all going Jets?
Yep.
Yeah, do that.
Next one on the list.
The Rams and the Aints for the toilet bowl game.
Shit. Cup is out too.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Saints.
I'm picking the Rams out of spite.
I was gonna say I think I know where K's going, but yeah, I think I'm gonna pick the Saints here too. Next one we got.
Hold on. Wow. Y'all picking Andy Dalton to beat Aaron Donald. It's crazy. Next game is the Lions and the Giants.
The Giants.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah. As much as I kind of like the Lions right now, yeah.
So get your button ready. You got the Ravens and the Panthers.
May he rest in shit.
Ravens for sure.
The Ravens.
Consensus. You got the Commanders and the Texans.
Jesus.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Commanders 5-5 though, so get them respect. Stop playing with them.
Hey, I like Tyler Heineke though. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, shit, they got just as many wins as the Niners, but you said Jesus.
I'm just saying the matchup is just like. Oh,
I'm just saying that's crazy.
Where are they, in Washington or are they in Houston?
They in Houston, but it don't really matter. This game is
Yeah, I think the Commanders win this one.
Yeah, I'll take the Commanders.
Yeah, I got Taylor doing this thing. You got the Raiders and the Broncos.
Okay, this is one of those good Lord games.
There you go. Now that's what you're supposed to be doing this reaction to. I told you it was too early.
Just one too early.
Yeah, you gotta hold your water.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders on this one.
Same.
Think they finally gonna pull one out so homeboy can stop crying on TV.
Yeah, that wasn't a good look. I get it, but it wasn't a good look.
It's hard. We work so hard. All right, bro. So was everybody else.
Right.
Shit. They worked harder. How about that? Fuck. It's not like I've been hearing people getting sympathetic as shit. Oh, I get, I feel for them, and then, oh, god damn.
And can we get it tape?
I don't want to pick the Broncos, but I sure as fuck I'm not going to pick the Raiders.
You might as well just pick them.
Let's pick the Broncos then. Just kind of bite the bullet on that one.
Son of a bitch. I'm a rip rap. My rap rip.
It's fucking disgusting. I gotta like wash my mouth out with soap. Fucking nasty. All right, what's the next one on the list?
That's crazy. The Cowboys Vikings.
Vikings.
Yeah, I'm going with Kirk Thuggins.
So laugh.
What?
Oh shit.
Hey, that was the most awkward fucking shit I've seen in my life. Hey,
as soon as you made your pick, I was like,
hey, look, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. That's exactly how that happens every fucking time. The most weird white guy that's the quarterback got a team full of young, energetic niggas fucking dancing around, getting them hyped up, and giving him a jacket or chain or some shit. And every fucking time, this shit is so goddamn funny. So goddamn funny. It's repetitive. It's a stereotypical goddamn situation. And this shit is fucking hilarious. And I gotta goddamn make sure y'all understand me clearly. This shit is beautiful, and I love seeing it. I love seeing it.
because as much as
He remind me of what was that movie with the white dude that wanted to be the rapper?
Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
That's exactly who the fuck.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jamie B-Rad G from the Malibu.
oh
Shit.
that's fucking great. Oh, that's fucking great. Oh shit. All right, we already went. Who's next? Wait,
All right, I'm back. All right, cool. So
No, he wasn't even there.
I can never tell when he's there. He's never on the screen.
I didn't hear y'all.
I said, what was the next game?
Okay. The Bengals Steelers. I'm going with Joey B to G.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bengals.
Have the Steelers figured out their quarterback situation yet?
It's been Pickett.
It's been Kenny.
Yeah. And he been doing all right, making his bumps and bruises. He been out that kind of struggling too.
Yeah, Bengals it is. What's the next one?
Chiefs Chargers.
Ooh. Yeah. I don't think it's as difficult as I'm actually thinking.
No, not at all.
Yeah. I think the
I'm
Chiefs
going
win
with the
this
Chiefs, Yeah.
They finna beat the dog shot out of them boys.
one.
That boy got broken ribs. I don't give a fuck. Once you got broken ribs, your season over with fucking with me. And then your number one receiver ain't even all that, and he fucked up. So it's like y'all got a rapport so y'all play well together, but he ain't all that, to be honest with you.
Yeah. What's the next one on there?
So that was the Sunday night game. I just said Chiefs, Chargers. Monday night is going to be fucking terrible. It's the Niners and the Cardinals in Arizona.
They're in Mexico, but
Yeah, it's the Mexico game, huh?
yep.
See what I'm saying? This shit.
Where it was already reported over 70% of the ticket sales were for quote unquote 49er fans.
Yes, I've already played the Mexico City 49ers. They have a professional team in Mexico City called the 49ers. I could have told you that. I know exactly. I played them in San Jose. I
We
know
got fans everywhere. 49ers got fans everywhere.
Because of the 90s. The same way the Cowboys fans everywhere. Because of the goddamn 90s.
Like, for the 80s for us, we go back a little bit farther.
No, y'all ain't one. Nobody gave a fuck about the 80s fucking 90s. I heard nobody brought up the 89ers. They talk about motherfucking Jerry and Joe and motherfucking Jerry and Steve, and that was the 90s.
And Ronnie Lott.
Man, I ain't heard them bring up Ronnie Lott in decades.
I don't know why. They should.
See what I'm saying? You talking about should. I'm talking about what they doing, man. Nobody give a goddamn.
That's sad.
Nobody care. Nobody care about that no more, man. Y'all, what have you done for me lately, Eddie?
So Niners and the Cardinals, primetime game, Niners.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think so. I think Kyler got to beat y'all just to prove a point.
Is he even playing, or is it going to be Colt McCoy?
He was back. He was cool. Cause I got him on my roster. I think he was cool. Cause I dropped what's his name. He was off of IR. On my other roster, Pasta shaking the roster. He's still questionable.
I'm assuming both of you are picking the Cardinals.
Yep.
Yeah, game time decision. Shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think Colt McCoy is going to
running the length of the field. Push his hamstring today. Processing coming a long way. Positive news.
He's not playing.
I think Colt McCoy will still beat y'all.
I think Colt McCoy will beat y'all ass too. Why you shaking your head? Didn't they just win last week?
No respect.
You ain't gotta have none. You ain't gotta have none. I'll tell you right now, your coach is B-Rabbit from 8 Mile. I'm talking about before he even knew Wink was knocking his fucking chick. He was clueless. Clueless to the world. Scared, timid. Just out there to crash test dummy. Yep. And that's what using y'all roster like. I'm telling you, somebody else is going to go out there to Mexico and they're going to have to travel back the next day.
Still think the 49ers win. But so we got the picks down. Now, so here's what is going on. I am keeping an eye on the Hold on. Let me make it official. Let me make it official.
Like a ref's whistle. But De La Salle beating the dog shit out of motherfucking Pittsburgh right now. My teammate, his son played for Pittsburgh, and they in the playoffs right now. De La Salle beating the boys 30-16. You might well go ahead. Y'all might well go ahead and pull up the folding chairs.
Hey, what day is the Kelly Classic again?
On the 28th.
28th of January?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to make sure I take that shit off. Definitely be there for that one.
Oh shit, Giannis a dog for that. Hey, did y'all see when Giannis basically he pushed the ladder from the fucking employee in the Wells Fargo Center in Philly?
No, I did not.
He was trying to shoot his free throws. I'm sending it to the group right now on Instagram. He was trying to shoot his free throws, and then he basically was telling the worker like, "Yo, can you move the ladder over?" At first, he was like, "Can you move it over?" He moved it over so he could still shoot. And then the dude was just like, he moved it back. The dude moved the ladder back in front of it. And then he basically like pushed that shit out the way, and this the guy that was like worked with Giannis like basically like got them like moved it, like threw it out the way basically. Like that shit was crazy. Giannis threw that shit. Fuck. Giannis threw that shit. I don't know. Fuck. Hey, he's right. He said some shit in Greek for sure.
Speaking of basketball, so it is now official. I was waiting on the emails and all that stuff to come through, but now it is now official. Okay, we are going to the Sacramento Kings and Detroit Pistons game on Sunday. Game time is at 3:00.
Game is at 3.
Yep.
All right, that was important.
Yep, I looked up the schedule and everything today. So the game time is at 3 on Sunday against the Pistons. Now, got these tickets called in to, shout out to ESPN 1320 Sacramento, D'Lo and KC. They had their the call in to win free tickets and stuff like that. So figured, fuck it, why not? Called in, won the tickets. So got a pair of tickets over to the Golden One Center to watch the Sacramento Kings take on the Detroit Pistons. It said the dollar value was 140, so they were $70 a piece. I have to look. I got to do this real quick. I have to look at
Where we sitting at?
where those tickets are, because they're $70 a piece in value, I guess. So that tells me we're probably in the nosebleeds.
I mean, the Kings ain't that good of a team yet. They just won a couple games. Like they've been sorry for a long time. I feel like that could be flow seats.
Hold on. Damn, we gotta go. Okay.
That's a wide range, bro. Them boys been sorry for a long time now. All
Yeah, we'll definitely be in the upper deck.
Hey, honestly, as long as we get into the building for free, that's fine with me.
Hey, I was thinking this. I'm gonna send you a.
Can see if we can bring. Hey, I don't know. I think that's a dumb question, but can we bring cameras?
Our phones.
I figured that. I'm gonna try to like vlog it, like vlog that day, all the way up to the game, so I can make a thing of it.
Well,
I mean,
try.
Say it again.
I was gonna say, were you thinking about bringing your camera
or a camera, probably the smaller one?
That's what I'm saying. I think you could bring the smaller one.
Well,
I think they would.
Our phones are cool, dude. I can just do it on phones. And just as long as it's horizontal, like you've been doing, it's been perfect. So
I looked up what, or at least on Vivid Seats, I looked up what the price of the tickets and stuff like that.
Right.
And the ones that came to $70 were essentially. I sent you guys a screenshot of it, of where it would be. And if that's the case, those aren't terrible, to be honest with you. It's still right there. You see both sides of the floor, full view.
That's fine, dude. I'm telling you, we can make like a vlog out of this.
Yep.
Like it could be like almost a fucking quasi down the line.
Definitely.
And the idea that I have right now is, like I'm saying, just basically both of us vlogging our journey up to that day, because it wouldn't be much, like, you know what I'm saying? Not really like the whole bed shit, but like just saying like, yo, you know what I mean? Just whatever the fuck we're doing that day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for me, I'm gonna start driving at noon, so it's like, or fucking maybe even 11 just to fucking be up. Well,
I was gonna say,
already be in Lodi.
You meet me here at my house, and then we'll both go.
I'm gonna already be in Lodi because I had a flag football tournament on Sunday in Lodi at the Great Bowl. So I'm gonna already be in Lodi. So
I was gonna say, meet up at my place, and then we'll both just carpool. Just take one car over there.
Oh, that sounds perfect to me.
Yeah.
I may have to shower at your house, dude. Is that okay?
No, that'll be fine.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be fucking funky.
Yeah, no, that'll be fine. And
This
then
is
we'll.
I can't wait because I'm gonna probably record that shit too. That's the reason why I said I want to vlog it, because I'm gonna be fucking recording the fuck out that shit, and I want to put that in there. You know what I mean?
Yep, definitely going to be bringing a whole lot of videos from the phone and the experience that, because at least from what I've seen and from what I hear, you know, regardless if the Kings have been any good, the crowd is always very hyped. The fan base is very loyal. So hopefully, especially on the run that they've been on right now, they just won 5 in a row, 8 of the last 10. You know, I think they're a game and a half back from the 1 seed in the West.
They got a good coach, bro.
Mike Brown's good.
Mike Brown's
real good.
He's a great fucking coach.
Domantas Sabonis, insane center. It's a fucking walking triple double machine.
I gotta see him again. I haven't seen his development in a couple years. Since he got to Sacramento, I ain't seen him play.
You'll be impressed, I promise you.
I probably will. But I'm telling you, we vlogging this. This shit's gonna be glorious.
Oh yeah.
And I'm glad the game's at 3. I'm super glad the game's at 3.
And in all honesty, it's my first NBA. I'd never been to an NBA game before.
Word?
So, you never been to an NBA game?
Never.
Oh wow.
Golden State at the Oracle, like never.
Record everything.
Oh, you missing out there? Yeah, you've been missing out for some years.
No, I'm sure. I'm sure I have. My brother's been to a Spurs game down there in San Antonio. You know, I've had a few friends that have gone to Warriors games, both at Oracle and at, you know, the Chase Center. You know, so I know I've been missing out. You know, but this is kind of this being the first game with all the hype that's going around this team right now. It'd be interesting to see the arena atmosphere.
Yeah,
and then
the
if they do,
don't get too hyped. They suck still. They won a couple games. They still garbage. They still the Kings.
Wow.
What if they surprise people? I'm just saying.
Hey, just like my Lakers suck right now too. So they garbage this year. They horrible.
I mean, we all kind of predicted that.
Yeah, I'm just like just trash. But yeah, the Kings ain't that good. Don't let them fool you.
The Lakers still figuring it out. Honestly, they keep talking about Russ. I keep Russ. I promise you, I'll trade AD fast as a son bitch.
Yeah, get rid of AD to any sucker that'll take him.
I'm telling you,
get rid of Russell Westbrook.
If Sabonis doing what you talking about, I'll trade his ass for Sabonis and get a bunch of shit.
The Kings wouldn't trade him.
I promise I script the Kings the same way I got script. Get all that young talent from the Kings. Get them ass AD. Let me get AD. Sit his ass right up the goddamn state. Like him, boy, I'm massage you to Sacramento. Shit. Mike Brown to get you right.
Anthony Davis in Sacramento, I don't know.
He wouldn't play. He'll try to buy out his contract.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He'll try to buy this contract and go back to the Lakers. They'll hit y'all with a 22 cut. Damn.
I'll play for free.
I'll be dying. That shit'd be crazy. AD come right back to the Lakers after
I beg you.
Bro.
You're basically out to the Kings on lease. and gave them your whole squad. That'd be the dumbest thing they could ever do. I don't think they would ever do that, but that would be the dumbest thing that they could ever do.
The old Kings would have did some shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know about the Kings organization of today.
It'll be interesting. I'm excited for it. I've been to the Golden One before, but I've been there for like a WWE event. I've never been there for a basketball game.
Well, this is gonna be my first time in Golden One, but I went to a Warriors playoff game. I saw when JaVale McGee landed on Steph's ankle against the Hawks. I was there. I was sitting on the lower level. I saw that shit. I saw that shit. I said, watch JaVale clumsy ass hurt somebody. And he landed on Steph. I was like, I swear I knew it. This motherfucker's so goddamn clumsy. Yo. I was there in the playoff game against the Jazz. I was sitting right in front of Draymond Green's fucking best friend. Right in front of him. I was talking cash shit, though. In a D-Wade jersey. I didn't give a fuck. I would mind me up and down at a fucking Warriors playoff game against the Jazz.
Yeah.
I probably was on TV with my fucking goddamn Miami shit. I was like on the 7th row, bro. I was low. We was close as shit. Shout out to my Brazilian partner Cristiano because he used to have season tickets.
This shit's gonna be ass. But yeah, again, shout out to ESPN 1320 and D'Lo and KC for the tickets. It's gonna be a fun time. Again, we're gonna document the shit out of all of it. It's gonna be the first basically JAFFO coverage of an NBA game. So that's gonna be cool. Again, like I said, we're gonna document everything. So you guys should be seeing your video and stuff like that coming up soon. You'll be definitely seeing posts on social medias and throughout the day and pretty much throughout the week and everything like that.
And also, I want to apologize to everybody, the fans and shit. The Down the Line should be definitely coming out this week, but I've been dealing with a lot of different shit. So I've been able to fucking do it, and I've been dealing with shit. Like I'm trying really not to tap into it, but they already know I've been dealing with a lot of different shit. So yeah.
And then let's see, we got the Kings game coming up. You guys already heard we got the Bay Area Cali Classic. We've already announced the January 28th. I think the nomination process is over. At this point, we do know that there have been a lot of entries.
Let's go. Let's go.
So
let's go.
The rosters will be coming out soon. I don't know who's on the rosters. We don't know who's on the rosters, but as soon as we see them and that they are confirmed, we'll be able to let you guys know how that's going to be going on. But what we know for sure, it'll be taking place on the 28th of January. Leslie, she has been getting nominations from people in Florida, in Miami.
Let's go. Let's go.
From the East Coast and everything else like that, trying to get into this game.
Let's go.
So again, we've been saying that this All-Star game is going to blow up, so now it's getting, coast to coast attention. Just be on the lookout for it because it's going to be blowing up real soon. And if certain things fall into place, like it's going to be something not a lot of All-Star games can really compete with. It's going to be nice. It's going to be real nice.
For Gunner Sports, man.
Hell yeah, for sure.
Bro, I cannot wait to see this game because last year, it was like the first like real kind of event that she can, I guess, since COVID.
Yeah.
So this one right here is gonna be like, all right, we were a lot further removed from the extreme factor of COVID, and we can have more people at this game, and it's gonna be live. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it.
And last time we were there, and you guys can go on YouTube. We have the video of pretty much the whole game from start to finish, and that, or except for the last overtime part.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We got the
Hey, look,
almost pick six at the very end of the game.
man, I
Send it-
wish.
First,
Hey, my bad. Do you have the capabilities on StreamYard to actually show like a video? Like, say if you had the YouTube video loaded up, like, would you be able to show that?
the whole video?
No, I'm saying like I
I
wouldn't say
can.
show the whole video. I'm saying just show like some of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, do you have that capabilities?
Yeah. I'd be able to like get a little clip or whatever and throw it on here for people. I mean, we've done that before with certain videos and stuff like that.
Really?
Let's say like, oh, this is what they've had to say, or this is what they, But yeah, we can definitely do that.
Is that what this present button is?
Present.
Yeah, there's a present button. I think that's what it is to add stuff on there. Like if you want to present stuff,
extra camera.
Yeah, you do slides. Yeah, video files.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh fuck yeah! Share screen, dude. I can pull it up right now on YouTube if you want me to. We can show like a second of it, like 30 seconds of it.
Go ahead.
Fuck yeah! Don't play with me, little puppet. Hold on, fuck that.
I was about to say I didn't know that you guys could do it at your end. If that's the case,
it says present.
Better.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. I was wondering if that's to add stuff to it.
I didn't even know that. I have something different on my side. Are you guys doing it both on your laptops?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's where the difference is. I'm doing mine on my phone.
Ah, okay.
If I was doing it on the laptop, yeah, I would see the same thing that you got, the share screen and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be seeing that too. Or you can upload a video or something like that to it.
Mm-hmm.
But for here, I would have to do it differently to be able to do it from my phone.
Ah, okay.
I would have to like upload videos a different way. But I don't have a good enough laptop to be able to be clear and all that kind of shit like you guys are. My laptop's a piece of shit.
I mean, your laptop for sure is in dire need of help. Let's say help. Help would be probably.
It needs to be taken out back, put on a vault. I yell pull, throws it in the air, and I skeet shoot that shit right out of the sky. That's what it needs. Just boom, gone. Done. Need a new one. The things that dude at Best Buy, if I ever see him again, I'm gonna whoop his ass. He sold me on that shit like oh man, I was gonna say I feel like a sucker now, but he sold me on that shit too hard, bastard. Sold me a dud. Goddamn lemon.
That's
but
crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it says streaming on it, so that's what it's like made for, to be able to stream. Can't stream live for worth of shit on that goddamn computer. Like everything loads up way
All right, I'm gonna be right
too.
back. I gotta quit and reopen to fucking share my screen. Be right back.
Oh, okay. Here it comes.
Oh, shit, I'm enjoying this break. Not DJing. Like, shit, I'm
Getting to
good.
actually sleep. How does that feel?
Well, shit, I've been so damn busy at work, man. You know, it's holiday season, so it's been busy as fuck. And it's not even like we haven't even got there yet. It's like this kid's coming this week. It's been busy, but it's definitely coming.
Missy was telling me about it.
But like I've been doing hella shit, like because I'm over like the produce section, like I'm the mate that's over dry produce. And you know, I used to write it. I used to write it in Roseville, so you know, I'm just implementing all the changes, and you know, so we've been cleaning up over there and shit. Then I got snacks, and I got Bev, so and then I'm over safety. I'm the head of safety at the store. So
Marissa's handling the meat section.
oh, she's selling meat, yeah, because she was over there before I left, yeah.
So she is not liking it.
I like it. You got all the damn turkeys right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like all that shit coming in for Thanksgiving, she's
Mhm.
not having it. She's like, these customers kiss my ass. No.
Yeah. Yeah, they be on some shit right now. It'd be like the worst time of year. They talking about the most wonderful time. I'm like, man, this shit. Now dealing with these customers. They some assholes.
Just be nice to people. It's not that hard. They're trying to help you.
All right.
Oh,
So
oh shit. Here we go.
let's get to it.
For those of you watching,
Go ahead. Line them
go
up.
ahead.
You got to line them up.
Hold on.
Say what you were going to say.
No, it's like for those of you guys watching to be able to see this, those of you listening, it's the Bay Area Cali Classic video that we put up after last year's game. So this is a little snippet of what is possible to come January 28th. Go ahead, Kay.
Oh, yo, everybody, what is going on? All pro JAFFOs coming at you.
I had to wear a mask.
Hey,
I know, right?
To be honest with you, I'm going to fast forward to
got a lot.
Couldn't hear a goddamn thing.
Hey,
Oh, there it goes. These kids played their ass off, bro.
Valley fans tend to represent.
Yeah, they did. They were going wild, the Valley fans. Oh, like, I remember this one, yeah. Hey, that kicker had a boot.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about that one. Yeesh.
I know. I can't believe I lost all my damn pictures from last year. I lost all them pictures that I took.
Yeah,
I had hella
I remember.
pictures. I was so fucking mad.
you probably have to go to your history shit. What you got, a Google phone or iPhone?
No, it wasn't in none of that. I looked in every single photo I had on my phone. Everything. I lost them all. Yep.
Your phone crashed or something? What happened?
Nah, I think because my memory was full and I deleted them off the phone, but it should have saved it over in my Google Photos, and it didn't save them over there.
Oh.
So when I deleted them, it was like completely gone. So I was like, oh, I was trying to make more room. So I was like, okay, they should be in my Google Photos. I'll delete them off the phone, and nope.
We're gonna get. I've seen some video ideas that I thought we could maybe utilize this coming year, especially putting on the socials and stuff like that. When big plays or whatever happened. But yeah, there was a lot of real good stuff that game. So we're expecting a really good turnout and another really competitive game. Again, that was the first All-Star game that I've ever seen go into overtime. So if it's as competitive as it was last year, you know, hopefully it's that plus more, because there's a lot of work that gets put into it. You know, again, shout out to Leslie and Gunner Sports for putting that on and helping the community and the coaches and everything else like that. So we're excited for January 28th. Let's see. What else? Anything else? Nothing really?
I mean,
Nothing
people make
else?
sure y'all wash your ass.
Yep. as usual.
Is it at the same stadium?
What?
The Cali Classic.
Yeah, same spot.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, so it'll be all good. If the jerseys are what I've been seeing, things are fucking clean.
Yeah, how we go about getting a jersey though?
I talked to her about it. She said she would let me know.
Okay. Yes, I need I need a Valley
know
jersey.
those motherfuckers aren't cheap.
Nah, hey, I'll pay for my jersey. I ain't tripping.
That's what I'm saying. I told her.
Yeah.
I told her the same thing. I was like, we will pay for it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want
Yeah.
you to think that that's like, we will pay for it. That's why I want to
Yeah.
know. I was like, if
Yep.
we can, cool. If not, then that's fine. We'll try and figure out a way to customize the jersey or something. Because I was trying to get one and put it like in a plaque, and like it just hang it up. And
I'm trying to wear my shit. I'm trying to get a Valley jersey and wear it with my name on it.
A Valley jersey. Oh shit, he's already
Valley,
representing. He's already picking a side.
It's funny because I was born and raised in the Bay, so it's like, but I've been in the Valley more than longer than I've been in the Bay. But the Bay is home.
I'm still repping the Valley.
Still gonna rep the Valley.
Like Kay said, I was trying to get one of those half and half jerseys, if that's ever possible.
Oh yeah,
that would be very cool to have. That's the one you get into a frame.
Yeah,
put in like the half and half jersey right there into a frame
with the year.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The year is the number.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2023 soon.
Yeah.
Time flies.
For sure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you guys already know what's going on with us with this weekend, so stay tuned for everything coming up. It's going to be fun, going to be exciting. See you guys next Tuesday. And for myself, JP, for DJ Mastix, for Country K, we will see you guys next time. Deuces.
Peace.
Aloha. I almost said adios. Make sure you hit the button this time, Josh.
Yeah.